Hey everyone. So recently I've been reading a book, Blaise Pascal's Pensies, and in this book, Pascal is sharing his thoughts and insights, reflections on life and humanity, science, and overall God. And I may probably, in the next few weeks, want to share a few of my reflections or thoughts as I've read Pascal's thoughts. The first one is the quote that he offers in saying that in faith, there's enough light for those who want to believe, but also enough shadows for those who don't want to believe. That when we open our lives to God and we ask for Him to reveal His goodness and His love and His truth, He'll turn the light on and He will reveal many things to us. But it takes that step of faith and trust in the Lord. That there's in that step of faith those moments of doubt and questioning, if we are not willing to draw ourselves deeper into God, it can take us further away. It reminds me of a quote, or not a quote, a piece of scripture, 1 Corinthians 1:18, that says, "The message of the gospel is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to those who believe it is the power of God." That we're okay to have questions and doubts. I mean, there was Thomas and others that had questions, that doubted things, that wanted answers, and God revealed His truth and His goodness to them. For me, when I have questions, when I look into the world, I see God's love. I see His creation, and He's answered many things in my life. But there are still moments where I spend time in prayer and study, diving deeper and closer to God in seeking to understand something, deepening my faith rather than falling further away. Lots of people have come to me and have shared some of the questions or doubts that they may have, and I've often said that, it's okay to ask God these things and to study them, but the hope is that it will draw you closer to God rather than having you run further away. To know more of God and for God to turn that light on, it does take that step of faith and trust in Him, and He will turn that light on. The message of the gospel of God's love is great and is powerful for those who want to receive that truth and that salvation. But for those who don't and are unwilling to let God influence and share His goodness and His truth, they can hide themselves in the shadows and have enough of these shadows or these supposed reasonings to keep them from taking those steps in faith. So my prayer for myself and for you is that in moments of question, in times of worry or doubt, that you, in your prayer and in your relationship with God, seek answers and draw yourself closer to Him, rather than letting it be walls built up against you and His love and goodness. That when you open your eyes and you look into the world, you see His light and you see His love and you see His truth. God bless. Take care.